I mean, could you imagine if I don't win? I could. And that'd be okay too. Because just like anything I've ever done in life, I just wanted opportunity. I just wanted just one more opportunity in front of my friends, in front of my family, and in front of my city. Because that's what I do this for. If you like these videos, please just do like, comment, share, and subscribe, or don't. It's just another dumb fitness account. So today's a bit of a fun day. ICN Battle at the Beach show. I've got about 6 or 7 clients doing this. Thankfully, this is one of the shows I'll be being a part of next year, which is really, really exciting. And one thing I thought would be kind of special is, since it's my last time being allowed to compete this season, I might as well do this show. Haven't told any of my clients, haven't told anyone. My partner doesn't know, my friends don't know. Cam behind the camera knows.
Yep.
So I'm a little bit nervous, not gonna lie, but it'll be kind of fun to see how long we keep this a secret. I'll be on in about probably 3 hours from now. So try and get a meal in, and whilst doing all of that, gonna have to get a tan. But most importantly, I've got to take care of my clients to make sure that they're all good for the stage. So we'll see if we can pull this off. It's be pretty cool, pretty excited. It's gonna be an awesome lineup. Super excited for this. Well done.
Number 34, Viv
I guess we were just sort of talking about this off camera. It's about finding balance, and that's definitely something that's changed over the years of what I'm trying to balance, and particularly now it's more than ever. And that's really easy to say now, because a couple of years from now it could be completely different. There could be more things added to it, there could be more things taken away. But with this year being what it is, and so many things to be balanced, I guess it's just a case of just doing my best. And I think no matter what, I'm gonna get criticized for it. On the same token, I like to think I'm gonna get praised for a lot of it as well. As far as competing is concerned, I mean, I had this not too long ago where someone said, hey, when are you thinking of competing again? So obviously not super present with my life. And I told them, I said September 22nd, ACT state titles, that's gonna be my next show. And they said, I thought you weren't allowed to compete anymore, at least in Canberra. And it's always been something that's bothered me a lot, that people always just assume that I can't do that. And when that became a legitimate thing, I mean, people sort of thought that into existence. And that really sucked. Because the reason for it was never a legitimate one. They said Viv was too involved with the shows to be allowed to compete. And I always asked, what does that mean? What does it mean to be too involved? And they said, oh, you know, you're always there backstage helping out. You're always there talking to sponsors. You're always there trying to sell tickets. You're always there sponsoring the event. And it was weird, because I always thought to myself, you know, this is because I love it. Anyone else could do that, but because I was the only one doing that and doing all of that, it cast typed me as, you know, too involved. I guess now coaching is the next, it's the in thing now, right? Everyone's a coach. And I like to think everyone does it because they enjoy it. I like to think everyone does it because they want to help other people. I did it for free. You know, while I was studying, I was doing it for free. And it wasn't until I had so many people get the results that they did that I sort of felt comfortable charging. And that turned into something special. That turned into what I guess you call Team VivKB or VivKB coaching, whatever you want to call it. And just to see the group expand from, you know, what was two people to having 20 people compete at a show, and then over 100 people in the audience wearing a shirt with your brand on it. You could see it became so much more than just trying to get someone in shape. It was trying to install belief in people, trying to install that mindset that you can do this, that anything is possible. For that to extend further into the ICN was why I think the opportunities came up to promote. That you could see that this wasn't just a guy whose agenda was getting pushed. Because that's what the world would tell you, that it's a guy whose agenda is getting pushed. You didn't get to see the passion that was behind it, the love and I guess the genuine connection for the industry and to the industry. So to have that opportunity to promote, it's a show for the people by the people. And that's gonna create, I'm sure, a lot of havoc. But what doesn't, you know? Everything is always gonna cause a bit of tension, but it's cool to see that over time that everyone, especially in the ICN ACT now, have been able to come together and work together. But because you only ever see the finished product, no matter what it is, whether you're competing, coaching, sponsoring, being sponsored, promoting, you only ever see the finished product. But I mean, trying to allocate time for all of that is something that's very important to me, because you never want to do anything half-assed. A common question I always get asked is, oh man, how did you get sponsored? And it was always through being genuine. And I think that was always a very hard thing to express, because it sounds like a bullshit answer to say that I was just genuine, I was just me, and these brands or companies wanted to invest in just me. Trying to say that to someone and get them to understand that was always difficult. And what I've tried to do now, especially through Elite Subs, is create avenues for the next generation, the next lot of stars, the next lot of athletes who are far more capable than I am. But show them how to be them, how to be comfortable being them, you know, being in front of, you know, lights and cameras and going, I can still be me and be comfortable being that. Being a posing coach has always been an interesting one, because I like to think I'm capable of doing it. It's great to see the guys up on stage and the audience react to what they're doing and think they're doing a really good job. But I love bodybuilding so much that I will study it. I've studied it for years. I studied it for years before I even started competing. I study it every day. And to now be able to express that through the bodies of others, you know, guys that with much better genetics, and get to see that on stage is amazing. That's so special, you know, because when you're so passionate about something, to see that others can genuinely see the passion that you have for it and the love you have for it and want that to be their motivating factor as to why they choose you, it's very humbling. I've been coming to the show since I was 16, 17 years old, and it's crazy, right? Because, you know, to be leaving at 25, it's very young, but I've been here for 10 years, in one, way, shape or form. And to come into it as a fan, you could only admire those who would invest in it. You'd see the prizes that the guys were getting. You'd see the medals, the trophies. I mean, my God, the trophies when I first came into it was so cool. And you'd think, it's the promoter that came up with all the money. And it's not, because these things are so expensive. And I didn't understand that till 4 years into it, when I had my own clothing brand, and I thought to myself, this is how I want to get into the industry. I can do it through the shows that I love. And you found out how much the trophies cost. I was like, man, if this is just the trophies, I couldn't imagine what the lights cost. I couldn't imagine what the medals cost. Couldn't imagine, hell, what the venue costs. And you start to develop a certain level of respect and appreciation for all those that are willing to invest into making this show happen. Because it doesn't happen overnight. And you want to see how special it is, you come to the shows and you see the production of it. And then you walk around those tables and you meet these sponsors and you realize that these are all like-minded people that are just in love with this. Because this is the minor leagues. Everyone thinks of it as, this big, overall, huge production. I wish it was that. I wish it was that with the budget we were on. But it's not. It's a lot of small businesses run by families, individuals that make this happen, and they make it happen because they love the industry just as much as the other person. And I guess that's where I took a lot of personal pride in the entertainment aspect of, for better choice of words, my character when I competed. I wanted to put on a showcase. I wanted to be a draw. I wanted people to get excited by my prep, to want to come and watch me compete. And then when I'm on stage, compete, bringing the best physique possible, presenting myself the best way possible, so that one person, one of those people that bought a ticket off me goes, yeah, I want to do that. Having time for everything is always difficult. I mean, I get asked, hey man, is competing hard? And I say no. People get confused, like, I was always told competing was hard. I say competing's easy. Unless you want to be great at it. And now that applies to anything in life. If you want to be great at it, it's going to be very difficult. Why? There's a hell of a lot of sacrifices that have to be made. I want to compete. Okay. I want to win. Okay. But I don't want to eat that. I don't want to do that much cardio. I don't want to train there. I don't want to do that exercise. I don't want to. There's a whole list. And the more of those you add in, the further away you get from greatness. And I think that applies to any aspect of life. With this, I mean, you wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I get back to any of my clients that I guess woke up before me and had their questions, and I do my best to answer that. From there, I go out and train. I mean, I can't expect to win an overall title again with a mediocre physique. Didn't go too well with me, too well for me in 2018. After that, you go and meet clients face to face, making sure that they have that reassurance that you are there, you are present, you are doing what you can to be better than any other coach. You're offering a service that isn't being offered. Then you spend a bit more time, working on your shows. I mean, I spend that time on my phone trying to talk to my sponsors. What more can I do for them to ensure that they're getting the most out of this? I spend time talking to my mentors. How can I be better at being me? How can I do this job better? After that, you go back to the clients again, making sure they get that end of day service, making sure they're fine. And then you try and find time for your friends and family. And I've always been really grateful for them. Because the more I've tried to balance, the smaller that circle's become. And it feels very special when these guys still try and find time for me. I wish I could be a better friend. And I mean that very genuinely. Because my friends are much better friends to me than I am to them. I know what it's going to feel like walking out there. I know the sound that Canberra crowd's going to make. Because I hear it every day. I hear it from individuals every single day that are so supportive. And to know that you've made an impact, it sort of makes it all worth it in the end. And I guess it just makes you appreciate so much more the opportunities that have been given now, and the amazing team, from the production guys to the graphic designers to the content producers to the backstage staff to the sponsors to the judges. I mean, we're on such a good level now that the athletes can now, the athletes feel appreciated, the sponsors feel appreciated. And for me, I feel appreciated, and that's great. If you've seen the changes in the last 5 years to the big shows, and you've enjoyed them, I think you're going to enjoy what's going to happen to this small show. Because I promise you, this small show is not going to be small forever.
How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, amazing. Loving life, full of energy. Really happy to be here. Not hungry at all.